Harold Osmer, West Hills Wood. We have a walnut and alder trophy base this time around, which is not to mean we have a walnut and alder trophy. No, that's the materials that we use to build this trophy base. Hey, be sure to subscribe and like and do all that YouTube stuff you're supposed to be doing to help me become a rich YouTube guy. I don't care. Hey, the trophy itself is the Aggie trophy. This was designed and commissioned by our good friend Doug Stokes at Irwindale Speedway almost 20 years ago. And this is to commemorate the winner of the Turkey Night Grand Prix, which has been going on in Southern California for 80 years, since 1935. At least the last one that ran last year was the 80th running. We skipped a few years for different drama along the way. And I've been directly involved for at least 20 years now, making the annual Turkey Night program, and it works out really well. Lately, we've been running at Ventura Raceway, and we really like Ventura Raceway. The cars that race today are these guys, midgets, USAC midgets. They're great. So the trophy is meant to commemorate J.C. Aggie, and he was famous for wearing a hat. That's him in the middle. There's Parnelli Jones, A.J. Foyt, and some beautiful women at the time. They're all sitting there in a promotional shot there from the way back days. And the trophy was designed, like I say, to commemorate J.C. Agajanian and Turkey Night. A perpetual trophy was in order, and that's what our buddy Stokes came up with. So this trophy has on it all the winners, the year, and where they raced. That's a great title for a book. Anyway, so here's kind of a zoom in on what the trophy is about. Now, this trophy typically sits on a tabletop or a desktop at the speedway where the previous race was held. And one of the big traditions with this is kissing the hat. There's J.C. Agajanian and Dave Darlin. I'm sure you could read that. So anyway, we decided let's build a base for it so that it doesn't have to sit on a desk or on a tabletop or on a counter. So there we go. So Jim Naylor over at Ventura Raceway said, hey, can you do this? And I said, sure. So we traced out the base and came up with an idea, and this is what we did. Now here we are, piecing this thing together. I glued up some panels. The lighter wood is the alder, and that helps break up the brown. And you can see the top up there. We're not going to attach the trophy to the base. It's just going to sit on it, but it needs a secure location. We don't want it sliding off, anything of that nature. So I glued up a couple of panels. The backside is walnut plywood, and I added a little trim at the bottom, that sort of thing. Didn't want to take away from the trophy itself, so we just added those little bit of stripes to the side. There's the front of it. And the panels came out nice. Working with wood is wonderful because you get all this grain patterns and everything else that goes in there. And the shape here was dictated by the existing trophy. We laid out you can see that piece of brown paper over there. We set that thing down and just traced it, so I knew exactly what size this needed to be and what the angles would be. And there's the magic. Yeah. You rub in some oil, and the wood just comes to life, and it's part of what I really love about working with wood is you get this. It's wonderful. So there you go. In the end, this thing winds up being just about 5 feet tall. And there's a good look at the top edge. And you just calculate this stuff. I mean, this is a one-off. There is no drawings for this sort of thing. You just figure it out and decide how you want to go about doing it. Look at that. The grain patterns are wonderful. And I was guessing with the alder. Now, I thought the base or the trophy itself was made of walnut. It might be. And I was trying to catch that flavor with it. And I didn't know until I put them together. And here we go. It's an office space over at Ventura. And look at what we did. Oh, look at that. Matched up. That alder really jumped in with that, and it just works. So there you go. That's what we wound up with, a walnut and alder trophy base for the Aggie annual trophy for the Turkey Night Grand Prix. This is Harold Osmer for West Hills Wood. Be sure to subscribe, like, and send beer.